We are joined now by one of the nation's leading voting rights advocates, former Georgia House Minority Leader and #1 New York Times bestselling author, Stacey Abrams. She is out with her first children's book, Stacey's Extraordinary Words. Good morning to you, Miss Stacey Abrams. We are so excited to have you here. So excited to talk about this book, your debut children's book. But we've got to talk about the other headlines, your other big news that you made earlier this month. You will be running again for governor of Georgia in 2022. This is after that narrow loss 3 years ago. What'll be different for you this time around?
First and foremost, we have hundreds of thousands of new voters who are on the rolls, including a surge of young voters, which makes me very excited. Our campaign has always focused on bringing new voices into the process and reminding them that they have an opportunity to shape the future. And I think this is a year, 2022 will be a year where we see new voices and those who want to see better for themselves and their families coming to the table and coming to the polls.
Now, you have long been a major voting rights advocate, but we are seeing a lot of new laws restricting voting, not just in Georgia, but across the country. So how are you going to tackle this and keep up this fight in 2022?
I'm excited to know that when the Senate comes back into session in January, the U.S. Senate is going to take up the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. These are two critical laws that will help protect voting rights across the country, because it's not about partisanship. This is about patriotism. My issue isn't who gets to vote. It's that everyone who is eligible is allowed to vote. My job as a candidate, of course, is to convince them to vote for me. But my job as an American is to ensure that every eligible voter has the right and the ability to cast a ballot without impedance.
So let's transition away from politics for a bit here and talk about your new book. You're no stranger to the bestsellers list. You've got favorites like While Justice Sleeps and Our Time Is Now. But Stacey's Extraordinary Words, this is your first children's book and picture book. Why did you decide to write this?
I love children's books. I grew up with a librarian mother who specialized in children's literature, and she would read us all of these wonderful books, but more importantly, she let us explore. My dad is an amazing storyteller, and between the two of them, telling stories and understanding how words change your life has been so critical and central to who I am. And getting to talk to this young audience has been the most fun I've had as a writer.
You yourself competed in so many spelling bees as a child, and you recently had the chance to talk with the winner of the 2021 Scripps National Spelling Bee, of course, the first African-American to do so. So what inspires you as you think about this next generation?
Well, Zayla is amazing, and she outspelled me in our interview, and will continue to outspell me for all of her life. Not at all. It was a very humbling experience, but it was also a learning experience. She's not only adorable, but she's thoughtful and she perseveres. And that's what I want young people to understand, that spelling bees, like life, are just a chance to test yourself against not only the kids around you, but against your own capacity. And being able to tell that story through Stacey's Extraordinary Words, where, spoiler alert, Stacey doesn't get her word right. It's an important lesson to learn. And Zayla, her ability to persevere to become this strong speller and basketball player and everything that she is, I think, a role model for so many young people and for folks like myself.
And you just said persevere. On the title page here, it says, Stacey learns that win or lose, her words are powerful, and sometimes perseverance is the most important word of all. Why do you think perseverance is so important, and what do you hope that young people take away from this book after reading it?
Most important for me in this story is how young Stacey uses her words to think about how she can impact the community around her, how she can help her friends, but also how she grows herself. That it's not about the big victories always. Sometimes it's about those small lessons that we learn that add up over time. And that words like life change around you and make you stronger, make you better. They can challenge you, but you can always come out on the other side a better person than you went in.
Love that. Love the cover of this book. Cannot wait to take this one home to my little ones. Stacey's Extraordinary Words is out today. Stacey Abrams, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.